Welcome to the Patriot Hour. I'm Michael, your host for 3/22/18. We're going to look for any new QAnon, Q clearance updates, and if not, I got a little bit more map that we're going to delve into. So stick around, and we're going to get right into it. Welcome to the Patriot Hour. If you're new to the channel, please take a look around. If you're new to the whole QAnon, Q clearance, what is it? What does it mean? What am I talking about? Take a look around the channel. There's some good videos. There's some other good videos all around the web. But you got to get yourself up to par to even probably follow along. So take a look around. Welcome. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell so you don't miss anything new. Okay, so let's jump in here. Like I said, we're going to look for any new Q. Any new Q updates. Give that a second here. I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm not seeing anything new. So let's I'm going to let you guys also know. So looking at the map, there's tons of angles, but okay, so I think the last video, we hung out a lot around here in the yellow, of course. And again, I wanted to touch base on, if you look at most of this stuff, of course, it's all kind of happened. The calm before the storm, October 5th of 17, the storm, military stands behind Trump, arrow it down, the storm. We had the executive order 1221 on 17, which dealt with the human rights abuse. I brought that up in another video, actually showed that executive order. So you look down here, the green represents ETs, or just that realm. So if you follow the green, and that's what I wanted to touch base on, was the green today on this little video. My own personal studies has taken me all the way back to the Sumerians, the clay tablets. We're talking, Zechariah Stitchin, at one point, the coded, possibly, not saying everything he said was 100% true, but it was deciphered. And not just him, it was a collective work. I mean, it started, they didn't find these tablets till like 1850. And then they sat in a museum for 100 years, undeciphered, So, I mean, supposedly late 1800s, there was a few. They started trying to crack them, but this Zechariah Stitchin in the 50s really, possibly was able to decipher the Sumerian tablets. So from there, we know about the gold that was being mined on Earth. So there's that whole little area. And then you come down here to, Osiris, the whole, pharaohs of Egypt, swoop down, kind of get some of these movies kicking off, Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick, Eyes Wide Shut, The Holy Grail. Then you get into all these, majestic, the Roswell crash, Skunk Works, Area 51, Breakaway Civilization, moon landings, Eisenhower's Close Encounters, the DUMBs, the deep underground military bases. You got NASA, never answer a straight question. And then you got the space program kind of over here. That's the guise of it, coming outward, all this stuff. The Mars, Jason Society, the Scientology with L. Ron Hubbard, all the things around it. Coming down the green pack, the line here, you got Phil Snyder. The battle in 1979 at Duluth Air Force Base in, I think, New Mexico. Then Project Bluebeam. If you're not familiar with that, I would suggest looking into it. So then we get down into this area: crop circles, abductions, the cattle mutilations, the Phoenix Lights in 1997, the Greys from Zeta Reptilians, the Alpha Draconis, Anunnaki from those from heaven to earth come. That again, the Anunnaki comes all the way back to the Sumerian time frame. Okay, so I'm scrolling around a little bit, but I just want to. Okay, so we follow the green out of there, and then we come to here. The Doomsday Preps, got CERN kind of pointing at the Antichrist. Apocalypse, Revelations, Mayan calendar. And then you just got like a little red line, the red pill, the solar shift, the Great Awakening, follow the red line. Now we get back to the last little bit of green here, and this is a mystery booms. I'm just curious myself. And you follow that red line if it touches base. Got a little more over here. The Pleiadian guidance operation. But I mean, looking at all this in my own studies, the only thing that has not played out yet into all this, and I don't saying that this is all, after this, is it down here? Is it follow the white rabbit? I mean, folks, tons of research leads to believe, not that they're going to do this fake alien invasion, right? All the UFOs, all the free technology that we have, that the government's sitting on, they've been testing it for the last 20, 30 years. That's what lots of people have seen are these government tested, 0, 90, being able to turn 90 degrees instantly. So that is, if you look at all this structure here, as much as they have kicked out religion on the masses, I mean, they've just, separated this and that. There's tons of people out there that haven't really heard the word of God or anything on the sorts. And if you believe in this whole New World Order thing, they talk about a one world, money, one world government, one world religion. And to me, that was the most baffling of all time, was the one world religion. How do they pull that off? We can go to bed at night and wake up to one world money and be like, I don't, no matter where you live, I don't agree with it, but it's going to happen right around you. If they're telling you have to take what money you do have, it's no longer good. You got to go change it in for something else. You have to go do it. You don't have to, but stuff like that can just go right around you. And then the whole one world religion, I'm like, how do they even convince? Well, for years and years, I was stumped on that one. Well, it's going to be like possibly this fake alien invasion. They're going to bring down these spaceships that we own. They're ours, whether they're AI robots in there or, how good Hollywood is. Some of this stuff gets into that. Back in the 40s and 50s, they actually used federal employees that were really small people, and they put some makeup on them. And the craft that they had back then, they would, land and let a few people see something possibly. That's what some of these sightings nowadays are saying. They a lot of reasons they have these operations, and they bring specialists in that are specialists in, propulsions and different types of metals, is to try to fool. Because if they can fool a person that's an expert in the field, they're going to be able to fool 99% of the masses. So they like to bring in these people through shield companies, acting like they're needed, and then they bring them in and they show them aircraft, and they're like, this is from not of this world, and they're looking for these people to confirm that. And they're like, nah, I can tell you guys built this. This is American made, and that's what they're trying to see. If they can fool this expert, they're gonna have a good chance of fooling 99%, and that's all they're hoping for. So, to me, it would be, as much as we look at this map or dive in deeper, it's as much as they've gotten religion for the masses kind of diluted, people confused, they very much hold on to what they believe in on their side, which is the opposite, which is the channeling, talking to, hearing things, and then pushing this narrative out, build the grid system. I mean, why is it all being built up? The spy grid, the cameras everywhere. So it gets pretty deep if you know the stories, even all this map. And I'm looking at it, and just here at the bottom where we're at, the mystery booms coming up. I don't know. I know the FBI started a investigation onto the Q forms supposedly over the next week. Boom, boom, booms, and then that ended up being some bombs. Who knows how that played out? Possibly somebody's reading the Q post, like boom, boom, boom next week. He wants boom, boom, boom next week. We'll give him boom, boom, boom next week. So that could be all kind of played out in that way. But this is interesting. Supposedly, we'll have some aliens land, maybe right on the White House lawn, and these things will get out and I'll shake some hands, and it's like, hey, these are the things that made you. This is what they're telling us. So as much as, like I said, a lot of people out in the world today have been, either they're confused, they don't really believe in a God, but a lot of times people want to believe in something, don't they? Because when they as much as they'll throw away God, the Bible, or this, then they'll believe in some of these new spiritual, Luciferian driven ideas, where it's like, you can be God-like yourself with the aid of technology. You'll live forever. Reincarnation. These all play into the Luciferian. If you look it up, and if you look at the angles that you can get multiple tries. Again, I'm not here to beat this in anyone's head and believe what you want to believe, but this is my own research and what has led me to believe that we have yet to have a fake alien invasion to try to be the last little thing to really wipe God out for these people that are on the fence, people that are already not believing in it, but yet they latch onto these other things because they want to believe in something, I guess, just not this over here. And sometimes it's because of agendas that people have. You have an agenda and something impedes on it, you really quickly start to defend that to the max. When you shouldn't do that. You know nothing. Sometimes people know nothing of what they join. They join for the right reasons and for the things that they're told or how it looks. And then if you're involved in something, once you find out that you do your own research, what your gut tells you, you don't have to defend things, folks. You're allowed to, I am no longer part of this. So that's how this is supposedly supposed to work. We're going to have, something along that lines of, something coming down, something showing us tons of technology, maybe telling us, and then that'll be the, this is our gods. So again, that's just a thought, many a year collection. Let's again look at the map a little bit. So again, the green represents the ET section of everything. Shapeshifter Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth is up there. So again, Project Blue Book, UFO threat analysis, Project Blue Beam. So that is supposed to be, where they're kind of projecting things into the sky with some of the technologies that we have, laser beams or, just a laser image projected onto the, platform of the sky. You're able to just kind of beam an image. So it gets pretty crazy. All of this is crazy at this point, isn't it? So again, mystery booms. I'm not real sure. Just my opinion here. I don't see. Yes, I see all the green coming down here to the end as well, and then they kind of maybe blend. Mystery booms. Where does it stop here? And is this the arrow had come telling us how to read this down? And it comes right here to the follow the white rabbit. So Are we at the forefront of this? Is this one of the last things that we're going to be seeing? For myself, I'm not going to believe it. I'm sorry. It's just my, from everything that I've done full circle, nope. Just something to keep in mind, folks. It's like the last step. This has been talked about for hundreds of years. So the build up of Hollywood movies since the 30s, really, really pushing the alien movies, the agenda, just to normalize it. It's how they do this. They normalize, repeat, and then that way, hey, they've again, these people that control everything, they really believe in what they believe in. They do rituals. They really, it's like, they're dedicated members to what they believe in. While they have been able to manipulate everyone in the masses to almost give up on what they believed in. And it's worked. So tons of people out here are scattering around. They don't quite believe in the Bible or Jesus, and that's their opinions, and fine, I guess. But then they've gotten into these other things to latch onto. Ooh, this over here sounds good, since I don't really have a God or religion, but this whole spiritual thing sounds great over here, and I can rise up and be God like myself. It's just weird that, and there's absolutely no books or information on any of that stuff. There is now written, but it's like things that take you way back and actually make sense. It's just something that they'll quickly give up those things in hopes of this, something landing in front of them, something getting out, maybe performing a little, technological magic that's, and people, and then like the Bible says as well at the end, Christians will be absolutely hated and persecuted. So that would be the thing that landed on me. I can imagine a group of people standing there watching this thing land, and then people be like, "Oh, this is it. They're telling us that they created us," and other people behind them like, "No, I'm gonna hold on to my Bible and I believe this." Those people in this crowd would turn around and look at them and call them idiots. Are you stupid? This is happening. We're seeing it. You're an idiot. And they're going to be the ones that are, chastised and beat down. And that's just how it goes, right? That's how it says it's going to go. So just, again, some of my own research, opinionated, of course. Tell me what you think on that. And I'm not saying like aliens or things don't exist far out there. And even this whole, aliens, fallen angels, is it all the same thing? I believe so. I believe it's just a word. People throughout time were confused. But they're not from these far out galaxies, folks. They are from right here. They've been here the whole time. That's just, again, my own belief. Tell me what you think. I thought it was quite crazy on the map here. It kind of struck me yesterday. In the last few days, I've been really looking down here towards this bottom and the green agenda and these mystery booms. And, what's happened? ISIS defunded. There's all these things that have happened. What hasn't yet? And out of all the map, all the things it's gearing towards. So tell me what you think on that. If any of you have been, I'm sure some of you might be new to the whole New World Order, their agendas, what they're about, and tell me what you think on that. What have you seen in the past in other videos? It's good to get the brainstorming going. That's all I'm trying to do here. Be a little ahead to the next step. What's happening? What's going to happen? And where is it taking us? So I'm Michael from the Patriot Hour. Please subscribe, like, share, drop some comments. Let me know what you think. We're going to come back later this evening with another episode. Hopefully, if there's any new Q updates, we will jump into those. We'll go over them. And so for later tonight, we'll probably break down one of the newer posts I've been working on. I got some, still going to get some other notes tucked away in there for that, to get you guys the most amount of information and the most amount of facts. Again, the map, check it out. The link will be below. Do your own research. Come back, let me know what you guys think, and we will maybe do more. I'm thinking anytime there's not any Q updates, Nothing, no new drops, crumbs. Maybe we can jump over to the map and keep moving around, delving in, and understanding it a little better, breaking it down together. So, okay, I'm Mike. We'll see you here real soon. Again, thank you for watching the video and stopping by the channel. And please give a thumbs up, and we'll see you soon. God bless. Have a great day.